Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the Multi-Photo Monday gals, Dolly, Miranda, Becky, and we also have some special guests. Jessica and Becky Bidding are our guests this month, and if you have not checked them out, make sure you hop all the way through all of our videos so you guys can check out everyone's video. Now for today, we have a very special challenge. We are mixing old with new, and I have this very old paper pad called the Green Stack by DCWV, if you guys have heard of it. Let me know in the comments down below. But this guy is almost over 10 years old now. That's crazy. And I still have it. Here I'm going to actually be using three sheets, not full sheets, but 3 sheets out of it. I pulled out that floral background, this like red fun polka dot-ish background, and then this one, which is a pre-printed design. And I'll be using them with these 2 photos of my dog. His name is Comet. I love to scrapbook him, and if you love dog scrapbooking pages or cat scrapbooking pages, this is where it's at. Let me tell you, I scrapbook them all the time. But as I get this one situated here, I'm just going to use the pretty blue polka dot side of this pattern paper and save the rest for another layout some other time. It's almost like building in those layers because it has these nice stripes on it as well, which bring in more of those colors that are in this color scheme already. I really love this red pattern paper. I think it's so unique. It gives me a little bit of a retro vibe, which I also love. And as for the story of these photos, my dog, sometimes when he's either in trouble or when he isn't feeling well, he has this hideout under the bushes that he likes to hide in. And he's a big dog, so he's very difficult to get out. So I decided to crawl over there and take photos of him when I tried to convince him to come out. But I wanted to call it his secret hideout because it's very difficult to see him if you don't know he's been under the bushes. And then he gets covered with little pine needle bush things whenever he comes out. So I'm going to mat those photos on that red paper to give them a pop because there's a lot of green in there. We want to, give it something that's contrasting like red. If you guys did not know, red and green are contrasting colors, which is why they're so great for Christmas. So even though I'm using a pretty heavily red and green color scheme, introducing the yellow and the blue really helps make it non-Christmassy. So here I'm going to glue down that panel that I'd cut out, and I really want to add a bit more color to this. So once I do get it situated, I am going to roll out some of this washi tape. Now I believe this washi tape is from the Michaels like 33-cent washi tape bin. It's just the same exact red colors that I needed, and it has that directional chevron shape to it, which is really nice. So I'm glad I got to use a strip of washi. Now, like I said, this is mixing old with new, and if you guys have not been to my channel before, you might not know, but my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, which is a kit collaboration we do every month with a bunch of great ladies here on YouTube. My kit this month is a bunch of new products I haven't touched yet, so I'll be using some new products here and there on this layout. So I have that flare that I pulled out, which is from Fancy Pants, which I really love. It says Happy Place, which this necessarily isn't his happy place, but it's a really cute place, and he's there. And he's there often, so, I mean, he doesn't hate it, but he likes to go there to be away and be calm. And here I pull out these like newish freckled fawn label stickers. I had these for a while, and I don't know why I didn't touch them. They were kind of just in a box that I hadn't unpacked, so they weren't with my normal supplies. But I pull out that Explore arrow and then a label there, and those are similar in green tone, but not exactly the same green tone as the background paper, but they still work. I also pull out one of my new Scrap and Happy Studio flare. If you guys have not checked out the Scrap and Happy Studio shop, she has amazing Christmas releases you guys should definitely check out. One of the brand new things I'm using on this layout are those alphabets to the left there. Those are my freckled fawn yellow puffy alphabet stickers. I absolutely adore them, and I will try to have a bunch of these products linked down below in case you guys are interested. Here I'm now working with the Fancy Pants Joy Parade ephemera pack, which is pretty old as well, but it's a goodie, an oldie but a goodie, as they say. But I think working with these bright primary colors has been a challenge for me. I thought my stash didn't have much of this, and if it did, it was Christmas, or it was, aimed at children, not so much nature or dogs, but I make it work in the end. Now I do bring in this Pink Fresh Studio little epoxy circle because it has a red stripe, a yellowish stripe, a blue stripe, and then a pink stripe. I don't really need the pink, so I kind of tuck that under when I actually build this cluster out. But what I really do is just put 2 clusters on this layout. There's a lot going on with that background pattern paper, so I think it suffices just to have the 2 opposing clusters, one in the top right, one in the bottom left, and then I'll have my title running across the photos on the left there, like I showed you, but I put the letter back now so you can't really see. I also pull in some of these brand new Illustrated Faith puffy stickers. I've had these for a while and haven't really used them. I think I used one piece off of this one, and now I've used 3 more. So it's really, really fun to try to mix old and new, and if you guys haven't done that in a while, I can't recommend it enough. It really helps bring you out of your comfort zone in terms of mixing and matching and color schemes, and I had really a lot of fun with it, and I think it's a pretty good half and half of old and new. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this layout so far, but we're only half done because we have more embellishing to do. I decided to actually use tear tape in this video, which if you guys know, or if you're a regular on my channel, whenever I use tear tape, I always get frustrated with it because I have issues like peeling up the strips after I put them down. But I recently watched Laura Albert's channel, and she tears the tape down, so that way the extra paper that's there is easier to tear it up. So I tried to do that this time. Not the best, but still faster than it was. Here I just added a little bit more washi tape, which I believe is from Bella Boulevard. I have since taken off the label from it, but it's a newer washi tape from my stash as well. I don't think I've used it on any layout yet. Here I'm just gluing down my little bits and pieces to make sure everything's in place. This circle was again from the Fancy Pants collection, and it's more of an orange than a red or a yellow, but bringing an orange wasn't a problem because I could always add more. So we kind of introduced a warm red to this instead of like that darker red that's in the background, but I think it still works because it's in the same family. There I tucked in more of that epoxy sticker, so it's less of the pink is showing, but I just really like it for the striped piece element. I think it's a nice stack of the colors that are in the background paper. And here's where I have some fun. I love to go through this bin on my desk that's just full of random bits and pieces. Here I thought I would introduce this brighter blue color, which is an LE Studio tab, but then I find this little itty bitty piece here, a little house, a little greenhouse, which I thought would be perfect because this is right in front of our house and it would work well. I also pulled in a Jelly Bean Soup tab at the top there that says Smile, and this house is from Jelly Bean Soup as well. Not 100% sure which collection though. And since we do have orange in the top right, I decided to grab this half circle that was in this bin and put it in the bottom left to give another pop of orange. And again, orange is an easy color to introduce when you're working with all of these primaries because orange and green are like the next steps of the primary colors. So they work really, really well all together, especially in these primary forms, not like neon or anything like that. So here's where I start putting down the title. Now, before I started putting these down, I didn't know how long it would be, so at first I was like, oh, I'll put the S down, and I was like, wait, I should have started at the top with the T for the last word, Hideout. But since I didn't do that, we're going to put it at the bottom here, which it spans pretty nicely. I think I rather would have had it at the bottom than at the top because I fill in that extra space, which you'll see at the end with a little something to make it pull together all the colors of this layout. But what I didn't know about these alphabets was they're not all lowercase or uppercase, they're a mix. So like there's capital R, capital A's. There's a couple other colors I think too that were capitals, but definitely the R's and the A's. I really like the H though, I think that was so cute. But the I's have these smallest little dots. I really debated not trying to put this on and just grabbing like an enamel dot for my stash, but I go with the I dot and I do get it on there. Now I'm interested to see once I've let it dry for a while to see if it'll stay on. I did try to put extra glue under it, but I'm just happy it stayed on the page at all. So I just left it where it was. But here I'm going to glue down the rest of the letters. Also the T's are very, very tall. It's an odd but beautiful scripty font. And I like the U has an extra little long tail, or maybe I used the wrong letter. I don't know. Oh, also capital N's. I forgot about that one. So I'm happy with how it turned out. I love the squiggly little ends on some of them. I think it definitely could have been a little bit bigger, but I really like having a yellow title on this colorful page. I do try to use some of these freckled fawn enamel hearts, which I've used on basically all of the layouts I've created so far in November using my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit because they're so adorable. Here I pull out another Jelly Bean Soup item. These are a brand new set of puffy stickers that are just sitting in my stash waiting to be used. And guess what? I finally used them. Now these are actually from a 2018 collection, but it's still new to me, so I'm going to count it for this challenge. So we used the brand new Freckled Fawn alphabet, the brand new Jelly Bean Soup letter stickers here, and I think everything else had a little bit used out of it. But that's okay. We still use new and old in a bunch of different ways here. So I added a puffy heart sticker up in the top right, and then today puffy sticker in the bottom left cluster. And to finish off this layout, I decided to pull in some beautiful sequins. I have the Watch Me Flip sequin mix for that beautiful yellow. I love the texture of those ones. I actually auditioned a bunch of different styles. I also pull out this Wild Whisper and Spiegel Mom Scraps collection one, which is an oldie but a goodie, and they have a nice orange in there that I thought would make a nice pop for these. So I'm going to put 3 sequin clusters throughout this layout, one with the house in the bottom left, one at the top of the title, and one at the top right with that other cluster. I also decided to bring in this Nature Walk sequin mix, which was always one of my favorites, and it has a perfect pearlescent green color that I decided to add, which matches the background paper well. Not so much the house color, but definitely the background paper. And to finish it off, I add the little orange ones here from that Spiegel Mom Scraps and Wild Whisper set. So here is the completed layout, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching me use some super old stuff here and some newer stuff, but I had fun scrapbooking these pictures and doing a vertical title with some new supplies. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified every time I upload a scrapbooking video. But don't forget to check out the next link down below, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye!